Don't put your thumbs up behind the light. I can't see anything. What's in the sink? So don't start zooming in at the sink, okay? We're not being stupid. We're just trying to make like a proper YouTube video. We are going to be making some traditional flatbreads. Traditional to whom? Don't know. But they're going to be traditional in some country in Europe, I suspect, or maybe North Africa. Possibly. Maybe even Asia. So traditional flatbreads. They're kind of like a naan, but they're not. But they are super, super delicious, and they're fairly straightforward to make. We are using a machine to knead them because it makes it way easier. Your classic KitchenAid. They always say KitchenAid is the best make, except that machine there is broken twice. The only reason it's decent is because they've repaired it twice. So this is the third KitchenAid we've had from that. I'm also going to just plug our first book, which was Cook With Us 1. And obviously this is Cook With Us 2. So if you're out to, what's wrong with that? Don't pull that face. So the recipe is fairly straightforward. It's the same amount of flour to the same amount of yogurt. Okay, see the yogurt there. This is just cheap and cheerful yogurt. You can use sort of any yogurt. And I'll also confess this is totally not my recipe. I've only just learned this recipe a few weeks ago from a friend, and that's what he does. And we've started doing it, and they're absolutely amazing. So we're going to use 300 grams of flour. So we're just going to put some 300 grams of flour in it. It's always exciting watching someone weigh out the ingredients. And then we're going to have 300 grams of yogurt, which I've already weighed out. So I'll probably up the flour next time. A couple of teaspoons of salt, but I'm just going to put some salt in. That obviously adds flavour, probably more than 2 teaspoons, don't sue me. Bread likes salt, so don't freak out people who think there's too much salt and stuff. And that's it. Now I'm just going to knead this for about 5 minutes, and then it's ready basically. So although it's the same amount of flour and yogurt, you're going to need to add a little bit more flour into it, just so it gets to a nice like dough-like consistency. So rather than have that, you can stop it. Perfect. Are you filming it? Right. Okay. So we've just made the flatbreads. We've popped them in the fridge overnight. Didn't need to. These will be ready about 30 minutes or so. But just because of time constraints and stuff, we've just left them in for half an hour. I'm now just going to roll them out. Nice lot of flour. And then the idea here, lots and lots of flour to make them nice and thin. Again, don't have to make too much effort over this really. Now this can be done on a hob with like a stainless steel pan. Basically, if it's non-stick, you might have troubles with it because you need to get the pan nice and hot. So something that isn't like a non-stick pan you can use. We're lucky enough to have a little uni pizza maker, so that's what we make our flatbreads in. And once I finish rolling this one out, I'm going to get my son, little Finn, and he's going to come along and he's going to make these little flatbread oven for me. So that's what we're after. It's a lovely little dough. I'm going to pop it there, and then when we come back, Finn is going to come along and he's going to do it in the oven.
Silky.
The silky type of flatbread.
Oh, it feels so like a cushion. So I'm going to put it on the pan.
Just do your thing.
Pan.
Nice. You're going to have a good job of this.
Put it out.
Do you know what? Because it's raining, I'm staying inside. Is that wrong of me?
Yes.
You don't mind the rain.
It'll be good. Can we come round? Take it off.
Perfect. Look at that. Look at that job, Finny.
I think I need to turn it around.
Doing brilliant, Finley. Hang in there.
Now.
You're my little chef. Done. Bring her in. Perfect. Slide her on. I'll take it off for you. Look at that. Look at that.
Silky.
You must be proud of that one.
Oh yeah.
Or is it just another day in the office for you?
Just another day in the office.